Hello, I'm Dr. Ann Murphy, your host for this instructional video series on foundational communication skills for behavioral health providers. In the upcoming scenario, you'll see strategies to create positive communication in a behavioral health setting. Positive communication is important in every interaction, but especially so during the first meeting with a client. I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Aubrey Daniels, a therapist in an outpatient program. She's waiting for a new client named Peter, who's running a little late and is feeling a little nervous about coming into this interaction. Let's watch as Dr. Daniels quickly establishes positive communication with Peter.
Come in. Oh, hi. You must be Peter.
Yes, I'm Peter.
Well, it's so nice to meet you. Please, take a seat. Just going to put a few things away. All right. So, Peter, I know it takes a lot of strength to walk into a therapist's office and talk about what's going on in your life, especially with someone you just met. This is a safe space. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through, I'm here to help, and you are not alone.
Okay, that sounds good.
Before we get started, what questions do you have for me?
I don't know. Not really sure.
Okay, if you have any questions, just let me know. I usually start out each meeting by checking in. So, what brings you in to see me today?
Well, I'm really struggling with what I think is called social anxiety. I have a hard time talking to people and being in social situations. Like today, it was really hard to get here because I get so anxious, I guess, when I have to go into new situations with new people. I feel like I just don't know what to do with myself, you know? I sort of get freaked out, and sorry about that. I thought I turned it off.
It's okay. And it takes a lot of courage to reach out for help. And you've already taken that first step, and we're going to work through this together at your pace. You know, I wonder if it's a good reminder for us both to silence our phones. This way, we may limit any distractions.
Sure, I can do that.
Wonderful. And now let's get back to how you're feeling. Can you tell me more about how it feels to be here with me now?
Sure, I can try.
Now that you've watched the interaction unfold between Dr. Daniels and Peter, let's go back and focus on some key moments where Dr. Daniels was effectively using positive communication strategies. Let's start at the very beginning of their interaction.
Come in.
First, Dr. Daniels non-verbally conveys a sense of welcome to Peter by getting up and greeting him as he enters. Conveying this sense of welcome is a critical step in establishing a positive environment that facilitates communication. Next, notice how Dr. Daniels closes her laptop and puts away her files, all to remove environmental distractions so she can focus on Peter. Did you see how Dr. Daniels noticed Peter's nervousness? She observed his nonverbal communication, such as his fidgeting and slumped shoulders. This all suggested Peter was uncomfortable. In response, Dr. Daniels then worked to gain Peter's trust by acknowledging his nerves and praising him for the strength it takes to
walk into a therapist's office and talk about what's going on in your life, especially with someone you just met.
And in response to the reassurance and support from Dr. Daniels, you can see Peter relax. Dr. Daniels asking Peter if he had any questions for her is a great way to establish positive communication. It opens up dialogue that can go back and forth from the therapist to the client and vice versa.
Okay, if you have any questions, just let me know. I usually start out each meeting by checking in. So, what brings you in to see me today?
Notice that after she asked an open-ended question, Dr. Daniels leaned forward, maintaining gentle eye contact, conveying to Peter that she's ready to listen attentively. Dr. Daniels paused a bit to allow Peter time to answer the questions without rushing him. Peter's nervousness could be a barrier to positive communication, but because Dr. Daniels allowed Peter time to think and organize his thoughts, they were able to overcome this potential barrier.
I'm really struggling with what I think is called social anxiety.
Let's jump to a bit later, after Peter was interrupted by a phone call.
I wonder if it's a good reminder for us both to silence our phones. This way, we may limit any distractions.
Sure, I can do that.
Here, Dr. Daniels suggests they both silence their phones to create an environment that's conducive to conversation with minimal distraction. In the scenario we watched, someone new to therapy met their therapist for the first time. Throughout that interaction, you saw clear examples of how positive communication can help remove potential barriers and build engaging therapeutic relationships. Using strategies like preparing yourself to listen and checking in with yourself, attending to nonverbal communication, asking open-ended questions, allowing time for responses, communicating clear messages, and minimizing distractions all help facilitate positive communication. And using positive communication can improve client outcomes and enhance their engagement in services.